Hey everyone, happy Friday and happy 4th of July weekend. We got softball action tonight on the Tiger Sports live stream network. The Newton Cardinals come to town to take on your 13 and 16 Grinnell Tigers. It is senior night here at the softball diamonds here at Grinnell High School. We're going to kind of sneak in here on the senior night festivities that are about to go on. We'll run through our commercials and our post game and we'll be back for the beginning. But here's our senior night festivities as the night goes on. For the Grinnell High School seniors, Hannah Behrens, Caitlin Kriegel, and Lindsay Hollabaugh.
Good evening, softball fans, and welcome to the ballpark. Tonight is a special night at the ballpark as we get to honor and recognize an awesome group of 2021 Tiger softball seniors in Lindsay Hollabaugh, Hannah Behrens, and Kate Kriegel. These three teammates, best friends, and captains of the last two Tiger softball teams have been instrumental in building the program into what it is today. The first Tiger senior we will recognize is Lindsay Hollabaugh. Lindsay is the daughter of Tim and Allison Hollabaugh. Lindsay, a two-year captain, has been a 5-year starter for the Tiger varsity as a third baseman, designated hitter, and has played right field for the last 2 years. Lindsay was named to the Honorable Mention All-Little Hawkeye Conference team in 2019 and 2020. In high school, Lindsay was involved with softball, Tiger Paws, National Honor Society, Student Athlete Leadership Team, and Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Lindsay's future plans are to attend Central College in the fall to pursue a major in exercise science. Lindsay's favorite softball memories are beating Oski this year on Hannah's walk-off, beating Norwalk twice this year, and helping to build the softball program over the years into a competitive, successful program. Lindsay would like to thank her teammates for being her best friends and for supporting her. She would also like to thank her family for coming to all her games and supporting her. Lastly, Lindsay would like to thank Coach Doty for always believing in her and supporting her in everything she did. Coach Doty will miss Lindsay's character, her never-say-die attitude, her honesty, her leadership the last 2 years, and he will never forget her taking over a minute to get around the bases after homering for the first time against Pella Christian. Let's give a nice round of applause for Tigers senior Lindsay Lou Hollabaugh. The next Tiger senior is Hannah Behrens. Hannah is the daughter of Russ and Nicole Behrens. Hannah, a 2-year captain, has been a 5-year starter on the Tiger varsity, playing first base and pitcher. Hannah was named to the Honorable Mention All-Little Hawkeye Conference team in 2018 and 2020, and made second team All-Conference her sophomore year in 2019. In high school, Hannah was involved with softball, swimming, Student Athlete Leadership Team, and National Honor Society. Hannah's future plans are to attend the University of Iowa with an interest in nursing. Hannah's favorite softball memories are all the travel games she got to play for her dad as her coach, beating Norwalk on senior night her sophomore year, and all the bus rides home from games with her best friends. Coach Doty will miss Hannah's random questions at odd times. He will miss her cruising into second base with all those stand-up doubles. He will miss all the pitching sessions in the winter with Gary and all the catchers. And he will miss Hannah's leadership the last 2 years, which has been instrumental in the Hannah B. The last Tiger senior is Kate Kriegel. Kate is the daughter of Justin and Jennifer Kriegel. Kate, a 3-year captain, has been a 5-year starter for the Tiger varsity and has played every position on varsity except pitcher. And no, Kate, you're not going to pitch tonight. And yes, she did ask Coach Doty if she could. But Kate has spent most of her varsity career behind the plate as a catcher. Kate was named to the Honorable Mention All-Little Hawkeye Conference team in 2017 and 2018, was named Second Team All-Conference in 2019, and 2020 was named First Team All-Conference as a catcher. Kate was also recognized in 2020 on the All-State team, being named to the second team in Class 4A. In high school, Kate was involved with softball, basketball, track, swimming, volleyball, student athlete leadership team, ambassadors, and National Honor Society. Kate's future plans are to attend Simpson College and study health and exercise science and play softball for the Storm. Kate's favorite softball memories are beating Norwalk on senior night her sophomore year, getting to play with her sister her 8th grade year, Ella Greif and her hitting back-to-back home runs this year against Pella Christian, taking batting practice in a cage with the legend Rich Greif, and playing with Hannah and Lindsay since her Little League days. Coach Doty will miss Kate's passion for softball, her commitment to helping build Tiger softball into a competitive program, her cannon arm throwing runners out at every base, and her leadership the last 3 years as a captain. Let's hear it for Kate Kriegel.
This is a story about science. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
Tomorrow. Some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
YouTube. SLN.
The engine makes the power. The transmission sends it to the drive shaft. The drive shaft turns the gears. The gears turn the axles. The axles turn the wheels. Together it's the powertrain. And only at West Finch Auto Plaza, every bit of it has a 100% warranty. Forever. No parts, no labor, no deductible. You can't buy it. It comes with the car whether you want it or not. Only at West Finch Auto Plaza, where you always get a great deal and a great deal more.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you, everything is made from scratch and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pack Spouse program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit Pollyi'sGrinnellIA.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
There are a lot of great reasons to make Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell your pharmacy. Hi, this is Jennifer Stallman, and if you are like me, you have a busy schedule. So why wait around to get a prescription filled? At Medicap Pharmacy, we can call or text you when your prescriptions are ready. It's a free service that is available on request for any of our customers. Of course, we also have a convenient drive-through, free weekday deliveries, and free mail-outs as well. Just another great reason to make Medicap Pharmacy your pharmacy on Highway 6 West, Grinnell.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
Now go.
Should be a fun game tonight. Grinnell 13-16, Newton 15-7. Both these teams kind of at the middle of the Little Hawkeye Conference. Somebody's going to take the series tonight. A couple of weeks ago, these two teams met. Grinnell took game number 1 4-1. Newton took game number 2 13-12. It's a crazy fact that I was looking up while doing research for this game. 6 out of the last 10 meetings between these two teams, the winning team has scored more than 10 runs. So expect a lot of offense tonight, realistically. Newton dominated this series from like 2010 all the way to 2019. Then Grinnell hit a stride, won 5 or 6 in a row. Newton just broke that streak, obviously, earlier this season. The Cardinals were, for lack of a better term, just not very good last year. Didn't win a single game. Did advance to the second round of their postseason because the team they were supposed to play got COVID, so they did get to play a little bit extra in the postseason. But this year, tremendous improvement. 15-17. That may not seem great, but for a team that didn't win at all last year, I'd say that's really good. They're starting to hit their groove again. They take on Des Moines Hoover. They're in the same region Grinnell is in the postseason. They take on Des Moines Hoover on the 6th of July. Winner goes to Bondurant. Grinnell takes on Pella. Winner goes to Carlisle. Grinnell, on the other hand, has been struggling. They took down Norwalk, the 4th-ranked team in Class 4A. Upset them in a 2-sweep game on the 25th of June. They've now, ever since then, lost to Albia, Knoxville, Pella, Oskaloosa twice, and now they get Newton here tonight. The Pella loss, probably the one that stings the most. The Dutch scored, I think, 7 points, or 7 runs, in I think the 6th inning or something, came all the way back and won the game. Grinnell just kind of shell-shocked. You got to win those games considering what's coming up, but it's senior night. Grinnell has done better at home this season than they have on the road, and you got 3 seniors that have really grown a program that I think they want to finish it off with a win.
Yeah, I think so too. You know, the big thing with Newton last year, I think, of having such a rough year, they went 5 years with the same pitcher. Okay, when Mayer was pitching, she was phenomenal. She pitched since, I think she started since she was an 8th grader, and then to have a 5-year pitching career. And it's tough to get someone to build in that program because she was such a solid pitcher that it was obviously that they're going to have some type of, I don't say a rebound year, but a fallback year, and that's what they had. But, you know, to come back like they are this year, I think I spent a year, get that talent back in there, figure out who's going to fill that role, and that's where they're at today. You know, for the Tigers, it's a story that's flipping a coin all year. You know, this team has been hot, and then they have their low streaks, and you know, hopefully tonight they got the low streak out of their way, and going into this postseason, it's going to be a good night to start things off for them. Well, hopefully we think it's going to be a good night. Anytime that you're at home, it seems like the Grinnell Tiger softball team has their best nights and we're here live streaming, and they always have a good night when we're live streaming. So.
And Newton's also had a, like I said, solid season, 15 and 17, have got some solid wins. They took down Oski earlier this season, got a big win against Linville Sully, who's going to compete for a title in their respected class. And they took down Dallas Center Grimes just a couple nights ago in a doubleheader, one game of the 2 doubleheaders. And we know how good DCG is, despite how many losses they have. They're still one of the best teams in Class 4A. So this isn't for a conference title tonight, but it is for a little bit of a bragging right to try to take the conference series against each other. Indianola ended up capturing the conference. Anybody could have seen that coming. The Indians have been absolutely incredible. Now we just wait and see if they can continue that on the 5A playoff level. They're going on the baseball side over there. Grinnell and Newton going at it. The Tigers on the baseball side couldn't quite capture the Little Hawkeye Conference. Norwalk has been unbeatable. They only have 2 losses on the year. They clinched it. Grinnell has clinched second, so that's still pretty good. They have their sights set on the postseason as well. With their district play coming together, I can guarantee it'll be Grinnell versus Perry in the first round of the playoffs. We just don't know the rest of the bracket. DCG has made a strong point for them to be the 2 seed, and it looks like that'll stay. But like I said, these 2 teams right there with each other. It is technically possible they could play each other in the postseason, but they'd have to do a lot of winning. Bondurant, obviously a very tough opponent. Caitlin Lappy is one of the top home run hitter in class, not class, whatever. She's the top home run hitter in the state. 18 home runs for Bondurant. To give that perspective, Newton has hit 4 home runs all year. Grinnell has hit 12. And that's another thing. We see Grinnell have a ton of power behind the plate.
Yeah, 3, let alone 3 in one ball game. So that's pretty impressive in itself. So I think that a lot of the comebacks that we've watched, that we've live streamed this year, it's due to hitting.
Yeah.
And it's solid hitting all the way across the board. We're seeing girls that may have struggled here and there and putting the game together and have a good hitting night. And that's what's the fun part of watching this. It's to come in the ballpark and say that someone's struggling, and then we see someone step up to the plate that's had a rough year and just all of a sudden come alive. Lindsay Hallball being one of them on the last game that we streamed. She had a phenomenal game at the plate. So I think every night's a different night for the Grinnell Tigers, and like I say, it's a flip of the coin what we're going to see tonight.
We appreciate everyone for starting their 4th of July weekend with us here on this Friday night. You're going to see some fireworks tonight. You might even see fireworks in the background. They got some crazy farmers back there that probably will let their fireworks go at some point tonight, so just be aware of that. But we hope everyone's going to have a safe and cool weekend of the 4th of July. It's quite hot here. We usually talk about weather. Not really a cloud in the sky, really. It's quite a haze almost, if anything, of just heat, quite dry, humid. Shouldn't be too much of a problem for the players tonight. It cools off pretty quickly as the sun goes down. We got a packed crowd. Tons of Grinnell fans, tons of Newton fans. Parking lots full, and a great game to end the regular season as teams close in their final game for the postseason. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back for the opening pitch. It's Grinnell versus Newton coming up on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
and last regular game of the season. Your starting lineup, first for the Cardinal. Leading off, playing center field, number 20, Chastity Henwood. Batting second and playing right field, number 31, Vanessa Basso. Batting third, playing shortstop, number 11, Kaya Butler. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 24, Jaslyn Cooper. Batting fifth and catching, number 18, Chloe Swank. Batting sixth and pitching, number 8, Callie Van Clay. Batting seventh, playing third base, number 12, Cadence On. Batting eighth, playing left field, number 27, Taylor Lust. Batting ninth, playing second base, number 19, Caitlin Lambert. Your Cardinals are coached by Corey Leiker, assisted by Eric Vandervelden, Taylor Fricky, Bailey Johannes, and Mariah Fritz. And now, the starting lineup for your Grinnell Tigers. Leading off and catching, number 5, Kate Kriegel. Batting second, playing first base, number 14, Hannah Behrens. Batting third, playing right field, number 8, Lindsay Hollabon. Your cleanup hitter and third baseman, number 21, Ashlyn Imhoff. Batting fifth and pitching, number 13, Ella Greif. Sixth, playing second base, number 32, Kelsey Van Coppernel. Batting seventh, your designated player, number 6, Greta Dodd. Batting eighth and playing shortstop, number 23, Kate Van Coppernel. Batting ninth and playing center field, number 1, Taylor Smith. Flex position, playing left field, number 11.
Ella Greif, the sophomore, in the circle tonight for Grinnell. She'll get her 16th start of the season, 18th game played in total. She's given up 73 hits, 79 strikeouts, and a 2.92 ERA. Update from the baseball field. They're in the bottom of the first inning, and Grinnell is already leading Newton 5-0. So Grinnell's off to a hot start against the Cardinals tonight on the baseball side. We'll see what happens on the softball side. Like I said, craziest stat I saw from this game, 6 out of the last 10 times these two teams right here have met, the winner has scored more than 10 points. So we'll see if that trend continues tonight. Newton beat Grinnell 13-12 the last time these two teams met. Grinnell then won that first game of that doubleheader 4-1. It's senior night here at Grinnell High School. Last regular season game of the season for these two squads in the Little Hawkeye Conference and in general. Newton will take on Des Moines Hoover on July 6th. Grinnell will take on the Pella Dutch. So not the last home game of the season for Grinnell, but last regular season home season. But like I said, very cool that Grinnell gets their home game for a playoff game at least.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they've actually had a home game.
So we're excited to see what happens tonight. Ella Greif in the circle for the Tigers. And for Newton, it'll be Kaylee Van Clee. So the junior pitcher will start. She's got a 2.76 ERA. So very even pitchers tonight. Personally, I expect a lot of offense because the trends say so. But it should be a fun night of softball ahead.
As we mentioned earlier, our innings are brought to us by Brent Nickel State Farm, so welcome to the first inning.
Number 20, the senior Chastity Henwood will be the one leading off for the Cardinals. Chastity, a senior for the Cardinals, and as someone that's, I sound old, but I've literally broadcasted pretty much every single time she's played, either in basketball or in softball, so a very familiar name personally. But she's been a huge contributor to Newton High School athletics her entire high school career. See if she can help her team to a victory tonight or a postseason run in a couple days. That first throw of the evening was a ball. That one's popped up short to a left liner right in front of Greta Dodd, and that is almost a perfect little chopping hit for Chastity Henwood. She's down for a hit, and Newton's on base first on the very first batter this evening. This is number 31, Vanessa Vassaux, the junior. She's hitting .261 on this season. 12 hits, 2 RBIs, 1 double, 1 triple. You can do the rest. The rest are singles. First pitch to Vassaux. She was thinking bunt. That's upstairs for ball 1 for the Cardinals. Last time Newton saw the field was on the 30th. Took on Dallas Center Grimes at home in a doubleheader. Won the first game 6-5. Lost the second game 15-4. But Dallas Center Grimes, one of the top 10 ranked teams in Class 4A. Great win for Coach Corey and his team. Grinnell coming off a loss to Oskaloosa. Doubleheader loss. 0-8, I should say, and 1-2. That bunt's lined right down the right field line. Too far foul. Oski got revenge, I guess, for the first time those two teams met. That was the walk-off win. Grinnell rallied by down 4 in the final inning to win that one. And Grinnell on a losing skid, that's for sure. 5 straight losses after their 2-win night against Norwalk, who is the 4th-ranked team in Class 4A at the time. That's swung on a miss for strike 3, so down goes Vassaux. And Ella Greif sits down our first batter of this evening. 1 out down, and this is number 11, Kyra Butler. Junior's got 23 hits on the year, 2 home runs. Newton as a team only has 4, so that's half. 13 RBIs at a .261 batting average for Butler. First pitch she sees outside for ball 1. Henwood's ready to take off at second if she has the opportunity. 1 ball and no strikes with 1 out. Chastity Henwood's up on first for Newton. That's a swing and a miss for strike 1. I wouldn't say it's the most beautiful night for a softball game, but it definitely hasn't been terrible. It is hot, but there's a little bit of a wind coming.
You get outside the press box, there's actually kind of a breeze, so.
We'll only enjoy the nights in the press box when it's freezing cold. There's only been like 1 night this year of that. 1 ball and 2 strikes here for Ellegreif against Kyra Butler. Butler this season has played in all but 1 game. 31 starts in 31 games. That one's lined down the left field line for another strike. Count stays even, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Grinnell in all white, Newton in white tops, gray bottoms. I don't know how well it shows on camera, but no, they're both not wearing all white.
I think you can see the difference.
Butler's behind, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitched by Greif. That's not going to have enough on it. Just misses the zone for ball 2. Grinnell's losses in this little losing skid they're on. Lost to Albia 4-5, Knoxville 0-11. So those are 2 very good teams in Class 3A. And then Pella, the tough head-scratching loss, as that one's sent to right field. Lindsay Hollabaugh makes the grab for out number 2. It bounced around a little bit. She came down, was able to make the grab, kind of hit the palm of her glove, but she was able to hang on. That's down.
If you can hear the crowd in the background, so, ooh, ah, oh, good. Brought her in there, so good job, Lindsay.
Jaslyn Cooper, the junior infielder / pitcher, will come up to bat. Yeah, that head-scratching loss, Grinnell against Pella lost 9-8 to the Dutch and then dropped the 2 against Oski the other night in their doubleheader. So trying to get at least 1 win here before they go to the postseason, because you know Pella will be licking their chops considering they'll have the upper hand going into that one. The Dutch are taking on Indianola tonight on the baseball and softball side. That's outside, but caught the zone. No, it didn't catch the zone. Did it? Yeah, it was strike 1.
Strike 1.
Well, it wasn't a strike, but, you know, take what it is.
It broke in and out.
Yeah. Cooper, a .284 hitter on the season for the Newton Cardinals. 0-1. She takes a jab at that one. Throwback on to first. Is in time! Henwood was trying to go to second. And Kate Kriegel, the senior, catches her sleeping. We're headed to the bottom of the first, 0-0.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
When I took over this farm from my dad, I knew our future success required making major changes in our operations. That meant adding acreage, more and bigger equipment, investing in powerful technology, hiring employees. We even started a seed business. Fortunately, working together with Grinnell Mutual and my local mutual insurance company, my agent was able to cover everything, giving us more trust in tomorrow.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by ASI Signs and Grinnell Mutual.
Number 8, Callie Van Clee, the junior, starting for Newton in the circle tonight. 6-9 record. This is her 19th start of the season, 23rd game she's seeing action in. She has 1 save. She eclipsed the 100 innings pitched mark the last game. She pitched 101 so far in the season, only giving up 81 hits, 73 strikeouts, and a 2.76 ERA. Her and Ellegreif pretty much identical with each other. But up to bat first, number 5, Caitlin Kriegel, which is a little bit different than we have seen. I think this is the first time this year we're not seeing Ellegreif, at least when we're here, Ellegreif not being the first batter up. So they're going to try to see what Kate Kriegel can do. Kate has a ton of power, so you might as well just start him off with a nice little 1-2 punch if you can. So We'll see how it shakes out for the senior, Kate Kriegel. She has played pretty much every single year she's been on this softball team, from 8th grade all the way to now. She's been through the worst of it, but she's really helped Grinnell get to where they want to be, as Coach Doty's teams just keep improving little by little every single year. First pitch she sees is a ball. That one.
Strike, I think.
Well, whatever happened, it's an out. Or what? Did she throw an illegal pitch? Yes, she did. So, does that mean a walk? Oh, it's just a ball. Okay, well, whatever pitch she threw was not legal. So it's ball 2, as the umpire had to go have a little chat with Vankley, and now Kriegel sets back in. Kriegel 256 hitting on the season, 21 hits, and that one's chopped foul back to the fence. 3 home runs, 18 RBIs. She's been a hitting machine this year for Grinnell.
She's definitely come in when it's needed.
Well, and she's come in and out of the catcher role. Sometimes it'll be in the outfield, sometimes it'll be catching. 2-1. That just catches for strike 2. It was joked about in her senior introduction that she has played every single position except pitcher, and she did ask Coach Doty if she could pitch tonight. He declined. But a utility player, if I've ever seen one. That one's fouled off. Count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes here for Caitlin Kriegel.
You know, it's kind of odd because on the baseball side, almost all the catchers do pitch. A lot of times.
Most of the time, yeah. They could. Yeah, they can. I mean, not saying they do, but
in the Grinnell world, I mean,
yeah.
Of course we haven't seen Cole Johnson, but you know, with the past history, that
2-2. She gets a little chunk of that one, fouls it back. She's hanging in tight here. Count remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Like I said in the pregame, great crowd tonight. A lot of Newton fans. Sea of red, sea of black and orange. A lot of people at the baseball field. Parking lots are full, that's for sure. 2-2. Kriegel chops it short, and the catch is made by Vankley, out for out number 1. Hannah Barron's up to bat here for Grinnell. She's enjoying her senior night. 30 hits on the season, 2 RBIs, 2 home runs, I should say, 16 RBIs, a .366 batting average. She's had some big at-bats. She had the walk-off hit, chop hit against Oskaloosa.
perfectly placed.
Perfectly placed. And she fouls that one off to the tennis courts to our left. We'll hope that one doesn't come flying back on the field like it did a couple games ago.
If anyone follows Game Changer, just to give you a little update on the baseball game, the score is not 5-0. They have 5 hits, and the score is 3-0.
What are you talking about? Runs, it says R5.
Oh.
It's still 5-0. Grinnell has 3 hits.
Oh, got it. Okay, backwards.
Game Changer is right. I was like, what? Yes, it's 5-0. Grinnell's on top of Newton. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's outside for ball 2. Grinnell's leading Newton. Hannah on the season, not only one of the top batters for Grinnell. Pitching-wise, she's also been solid. We might see her tonight. .369 batting average, 34 strikeouts, only giving up 61 hits. That one's grounded shortly to the second baseman. Throw on to first in time for out number 2. That was a nice little play by, I believe, number 19. That would be Caitlin Lambert. So the 8th grader makes a really nice grab, and she's not the tallest person in the world, so for that to be a catch on that one side, I'd say that's pretty good. You can see the theme here tonight. Lindsay Hallbaugh up to bat, 3rd senior, 3rd right here in the batting order. Like we said, Lindsay started this season in a little bit of a slump, just couldn't quite find her hitting movement. She's picked it up, though. It seems like a very misleading batting average. 191 on the season, but 13 hits and 10 RBIs. I mean, she's come up huge. Still looking for that first home run. 1-0 to Hallbaugh. Not enough inside. That's ball 2. Nobody on for Grinnell. 2 outs down for the Cardinals. 2-1, or 2-0, excuse me. That's upstairs. That's 3-0. Lindsay's walked 8 times this year. It's tied for 3rd most on the team. So she can be disciplined when it matters. It's 3 balls and no strikes. That's going to be a strike down the middle for strike 1. Usually you're probably not swinging at those. Callie settles back in the circle. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Lindsay's where she wants to be as she chops that one back. Might have been ball 4, but she'll take a hit if she could. And the count goes even at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Bankley's going to try to sit down the side here. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. We're headed to the second. 0-0.
The engine makes the power. The transmission sends it to the drive shaft. The drive shaft turns the gears. The gears turn the axles. The axles turn the wheels. Together it's the powertrain. And only at West Finch Auto Plaza, every bit of it has a 100% warranty. Forever. No parts, no labor, no deductible. You can't buy it. It comes with the car whether you want it or not. Only at West Finch Auto Plaza, where you always get a great deal and a great deal more.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, 3rd generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by West Finch Auto Plaza and Polley's Pizza. And the second inning is brought to you by Britt Nickel State Farm.
We are headed to the top of the second. Number 24, Jaslyn Cooper, back up to bat. She was batting the last time Newton was up to bat, but Chastity Henwood was thrown out trying to steal second, but she didn't even get to second. She tried to get back to first, and Caitlin Kriegel was able to stop her before she got back in time, so Jaslyn's back up to bat. I really like Newton's helmets. They're all the same, I think. All their batting helmets. They have the Newton logo on the front, and then they have a C, which I assume is for Cardinal, on the side. Big fan. 2 balls and no strikes. Nope, that was a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. That's twice tonight. I thought a throw by Grinnell was a ball. I think there was confusion there by Ella and Caitlin trying to figure out what pitch they wanted to go with. And in doing so, Jaslyn was like, let's hang on a second. Let me take a break. Steps out, steps back in. 1 ball and 1 strike to Cooper. She pops it foul out of right field. One ball and 2 strikes with nobody out here for Newton. That's a swing. It did hit her, but she was swinging when it hit her, so it'll just go down as a foul. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jaslyn 284 on the season in the batting average category for the Cardinals. Trying to get her team on base here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's low off the plate. Counts even at 2-2. Two pitch up coming by Greif. That's upstairs. That's going to be ball 3, and Cooper's hanging it tight as she gets a full count. Talked about Grinnell and Newton's district, or region, I should say. The rest of their region, Perry would take on Carroll. They'll play the winner of ADM. Newton would take on Des Moines Hoover. They'll play Bondurant. They would play the winner of that first series that I mentioned. That's too low, not enough for a strike 3. And Cooper is headed to first base on a walk.
Now batting, Chloe.
This is number 18, Chloe Swank, the 8th grader. She's .339 hitting on the season. Very impressive. 21 hits, but no runs. 11 RBIs. Only struck out 9 times. Grinnell's side of the region, they take on Pella. Winner plays Carlisle. Mount Pleasant takes on Keokuk. That winner takes on Fairfield. So ADM got the 1 seed nod in general, almost, would you say? But
Yeah, I would say.
I guess in that, I mean, there are separate regions technically, but in Newton's region, ADM is the 1 seed. And Grinnell not getting any favors with Carlisle if they're able to beat Pella, considering Carlisle are the Class 4A runner-ups, defending runner-ups. Lost a winner set last year in a crazy, crazy title game. That's upstairs. Throwback to first, not in time. Caton Kriegel was trying to get another Newton Cardinals sleeping.
Yeah, good snag by Hannah there. It was a little bit off the mark, but Hannah able to recover.
Cooper was able to get back on base safely, but Kriegel's not afraid to try to catch someone going. 1 ball and 1 strike here. Bunt is laid. Imhoff throws to first, and that was really nicely done by Ashlyn Imhoff on a bunt attempt by Newton. Number 8, Haley Ryan, the freshman. Or not Haley, Callie. I thought the 8 looked like a 5. Callie Van Clay. .250 season batting average, 11 hits, 10 of those are singles, 1 of them is a double, 6 RBIs, and only struck out 9 times. She's also walked 4 times. That's outside, not enough on it, ball 1. So Cooper up on second for Newton with 1 out, so a chance to move her if you can get a nice little hit here. 1 ball and no strikes. Just catches the zone for strike 1. I tell you, the umpire's really liking that corner. I guess if you just kind of phase through it just a little bit, you're going to get a call.
I think it's the way it's coming across and lifting up. What we're seeing is that as it's coming out, but it's following that plate all the way down there.
The yodeling lady Pella has made it to the Newton Grinnell game. If you're Newton fans, you might know who I'm talking about, but I heard yodeling somewhere. 2 balls and 1 strike here. There's also birds just randomly falling in front of us, and it scares the daylights out of me because I'm really afraid birds going to come flying into the press box, because the speaker that we have right here on the press box above our window is currently home to a bird's nest. So major obstacles to dodge here at the softball diamond. 3 balls and 1 strike for Callie. Ella Greif trying to get back in the count here. 3-1. Yes, enough on it. Strike 2. Get that second strike here, really, or second out here, really puts a lot of pressure, especially with Cooper up on second, because you got that runner in scoring position. It's a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here to Callie Van Clay, and she fouls it back. Moments like these is what makes softball so interesting. I will say, after watching pretty much all the softball World Series, College World Series, and then watching the men's College World Series, softball head and shoulders above what the guys did. I swear, almost every men's game I watched, besides one Mississippi State game where they rallied down by like 6, it was all blowouts. The title game was a blowout between Mississippi State and Vandy. That one's fouled down the left field line. Oh my goodness, I don't know what that was, but either a baseball just absolutely nailed a building. A really loud noise. Slap or something.
I don't know what that was.
Callie's hanging in tight. 3 balls and 2 strikes still, with just 1 out. Three-two. Popped up high. Taylor Smith can't get to it. Bounces right past her, and Cooper will run on to third, and runners will be at first and third. That one just really hung in the air and awkwardly landed, just not enough for Smith to come down. I think maybe Kelsey could have gotten to it, but it was in such an awkward position. Courtesy runner looks like number 26. Madison Henwood, the sophomore, will come and run for Van Clay. And this is the freshman, number 12, Cadence On, to step into the batter's box. So Newton just with 1 out. Runners at the corners here. And it's got to be frustrating for Ella. You hanging that bat was probably, what, 10 pitches, something like that long?
Yeah.
Couldn't quite finish, so. Slate goes clear with 1 out. Runners at the corners with On up to bat. First pitch off the zone for ball 1. Cadence looks like she's going with the no batting gloves approach. I respect it. When I played baseball, I did not have batting gloves. And then, like, when I'd randomly swing a bat or something growing up, I'm like, man, there's a reason you have batting gloves. But some people just don't prefer to use it. Ball 2. Ella trying to settle in here in the circle. She's off to a tough start here in inning number 2. Newton with a runner in scoring position and another runner up on first. And Cadence On, who has 8 RBIs this year, trying to add 1 more. 2-1, that's out, or 2-0, that's outside. It's quickly 3-0. Ella is behind in the count. 1 out, runners at the corners. 3 balls and no strikes to Cadence On. That one's down the middle for strike 1. I would assume, if Ella's not doing so hot tonight, probably be a quick pull if she wanted to. Solely because I'm going to assume she's probably starting against Pella on the 6th. That one's popped foul right to the dugout, and everybody from the dugout runs away. So the count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. We have seen a couple times this year, Grinnell's been really solid at keeping runs stranded, or keeping people stranded on base. So
yeah, I think more times, more innings that we've done, they've left at least, quite a few 1 and 2 runners out on base.
It's a full count, 3-2 to On. That's outside, and that's ball 4. And the bases will go loaded.
Now batting number 27, Taylor Lust.
Taylor Lust, the junior, up to bat. 143 hitting on the season. 2 hits, 1 RBI. She's walked 1 time, struck out 7. Taylor making her 11th start of the season in her 9th start of the season, 11th game played in. That one's in there for strike 1. Tough spot for Grinnell. Got to get that second out if you're going to do anything. And you don't need it to be a pop out that can drive home a run. Cooper's on first. Madison Henwood's on second. That's a swing and a miss for strike 2. And Cadence On is on first for the Cardinals respectively. Ella's looking for her second out of this half inning. Still in the top of the second. We started a little late because of senior night festivities. No balls and 2 strikes. Upstairs. Great catch by Caitlin Kriegel, because if that thing went over, Newton was scoring.
Yeah, you're right.
It's amazing.
It was a given.
Yeah, and you'd think the room from the plate to the fence isn't that long, but I tell you, especially for a catcher with all the gear they have on, that's tough. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's swung on a miss for strike 3, and Grinnell gets that big second out.
Boy, they needed that.
Caitlin Lambert, the 8th grade second baseman, up to bat. She's 241 this season hitting. 21 strikeouts. And the team leading 21 RBIs. She's also walked 14 times. Probably the one you want to have on base or in the batter's box at this point. First pitch she sees is a ball. Newton with the bases loaded here. Top of the second inning. Still tied, 0-0, but the Cardinals trying to change that here with Lambert up to bat. 1-0. That's a strike for strike one. That first one was close. It had to just have been off the plate. Where is the other umpire at? Oh, he's right there, behind Caitlin Van Coppernall over there on the shortstop side. 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs. That is sent to right. That's going to get in the gap, and this might bring home all 3. Runner turns on it, and it is a RBI, 3 RBI, double for Lambert.
It's a big hit.
That was in the very perfect spot for Newton. Back to the top of the batting order goes Newton. That was your 9-hitter that makes that play. That is a huge at-bat by Newton. And they pretty much clear the bases. Lambert goes to second, and Chastity Henwood comes up to bat for Newton. Man, that was in the perfect spot. Right into right field between Lindsay and Taylor, and they couldn't quite clear and get there in time. That's just how perfect that was. That catches the zone for strike one. So Grinnell's going to have to start a little rally here early, down 3-0. But we've seen a ton of comebacks this season from both Grinnell and the teams Grinnell has been playing. Grinnell was up 5-0 in the very first innings against Pella Christian to start the season. Pella came back and won in 9 innings. We're headed to the bottom of the second. Newton puts up 3. They lead 3-0 over Grinnell.
There are a lot of great reasons to make Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell your pharmacy. Hi, this is Jennifer Stallman, and if you are like me, you have a busy schedule. So why wait around to get a prescription filled? At Medicap Pharmacy, we can call or text you when your prescriptions are ready. It's a free service that is available on request for any of our customers. Of course, we also have a convenient drive-through, free weekday deliveries, and free mail-outs as well. Just another great reason to make Medicap Pharmacy your pharmacy on Highway 6 West, Grinnell.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Medicap Pharmacy and the Dairy Barn, and welcome to the bottom of the second.
Newton puts up 3 in the top of the second. They lead 3-0 over the Grinnell Tigers. Newton had the bases loaded, and then it was Caitlin Lambert, the 8th grader, coming with a huge 3 RBI double to give the Cardinals their 3-0 lead. Ashlyn Imhoff is up to bat here for the Tigers, and the bottom of the second is underway. That one is in there for strike one. Ashlyn, .333 hitting on the season, 4 home runs, 18 RBIs, 21 hits. And one of those 21 is a triple. That one's up top for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. It always feels like if you're in the need of a home run, personally, I think I'd take Ashlyn to be the one in the batter's box. She's got power, that is for sure. And we get her for another year. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Ashlyn right now is the only junior on this varsity roster. So Grinnell, a young team, no doubt about that, as she swings and misses for strike 3. And Vankley is on a roll here tonight, no doubt about that, as she's hitting her stride. Ella Greif up to bat. The sophomore, she is technically the best hitting one on the team. 337, 29 hits, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. She's played and started in 25, now 26 games this season. That is every single game. That one's outside for ball 1. But yeah, you talk about youth. Yeah, you lose 2 or 3 really great seniors tonight, but you got a couple really good younger girls coming up.
Yeah, and you know, with starting the 7th, 8th grade organized team, I think that's going to develop a lot of players to be funneled into this program next 2 or 3 years.
Oh, and it's great to see the 8th graders come in, that's for sure. Ella's ahead, 2 balls and no strikes in the count against her pitcher counterpart. She swings and misses there at strike 1. I tell you, Callie, she's got some heat on her throws. It's not like I don't think they're going anywhere Grinnell can't hit. It's just really far, or not too far, but behind the pitches, that's for sure. Vankley's on a roll to start. 2-1. Foul back. Counts even at 2-2. Update from the baseball field. They're in the top of the 4th inning. Grinnell on top of Newton, 5-0. Tigers looking for their 24th win, I think, of the season. Did they play DCG earlier today, or is it next week? I can't remember.
I think it's Tuesday.
Yeah, I was going to say, the makeup game's soon. That one's fouled back.
You know, it might have been today.
I didn't see any posting about it. That's the only thing. Like by DCG or Grinnell.
Well, maybe it is the 6th.
Maybe. Counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Nobody on for Grinnell. Grinnell still looking for that first hit of this evening. 2-2, that's low, 3-2. Full count here for Greif against Vankley. 3-2. Grounded foul down the left field line. So the 6th, that would be next Tuesday, is when the playoff game is here. 7:30, I believe, on the dot. Grinnell versus Pella. We will not be live streaming the game. I can guarantee KGRN will be here, so you'll be able to listen on the radio. That's upstairs for ball 4, so Grinnell heads to first for the very first time this season. Kelsey Van Coppernol to bat. We will not be able to live stream any postseason games. We just wanted to get that out there. One of the main reasons is because it's a $500 fee set by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa High School Athletic Association to live stream games. Don't get mad at us, get mad at the associations. We'd love to. But, in terms of money, not ideal. That ball goes wide. Nice grab by the center fielder to make sure it doesn't go too far. Ella Greif steals second. And that goes for baseball, too. Won't be able to do any baseball postseason games. But, still, that just gives you a better reason to come out to the ballpark.
That's right. Come out to the ballpark.
Doty's going to have a courtesy runner come out here. And I believe it's Libby Walton. And it is. So Livy Walton will run for Ella Greif. Ella will head back to the dugout and rest up for the pitching side of her duties tonight. Kelsey Van Coppernol is ahead. 1 ball and no strikes here in the count. As for Grinnell's postseason in baseball, we don't quite know the whole bracket. We just know they're going to play Perry in Game 1. That's all we know. Perry yet to win a game this season. So there's how everything will look there. 1-0. Upstairs, not enough on it. That's ball 2.
And that should be a home game, too.
Grinnell should get home field advantage all the way till Iowa City, if they get there. (2-0). Bunt attempt, not going to get there, but it was enough for a strike, so it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Libby Walton on second's the most, or the farthest Grinnell's gotten all night long. As Kelsey Van Coppernell's hanging in tight here, 3 balls and 1 strike. Kelsey this season, .214 in the batting average category, 12 hits, 7 RBIs. Here comes the 3-1. Low, not enough. And she takes a walk to first. So with 1 out, runners on first and second for Grinnell, brings up Greta Dodd.
Stepping to the plate, Greta Dodd.
Greta just a sophomore, .230 on the season. She'll jump from catcher to left fielder. Just kind of, she'll do whatever you want her to do. 21 hits. 14 hits. I was looking at Caitlin's stats. 9 RBIs. She fouls that one back for strike 1. Greta was on this team, I believe, as an 8th grader. Really took over and jumped on the scene her freshman year, and then this year has jumped in that full-time role as left fielder / catcher. 0-1. She pops it short and foul just outside the dugout. No balls and 2 strikes with 1 out, and runners on first and second for Grinnell. Best chance Grinnell's had all night. Vankley settles in the circle. 0-2. And Greta fouls it again. We've yet to have a baseball on the field tonight. No softballs yet. If you know what I'm talking about, a couple of games ago we were in the middle of a game and a softball just came flying from the tennis court back into the baseball field, or the softball diamond. So Greta grounds it right to the third baseman, who turns around and is able to tag out Libby Walton. It was kind of an awkward handoff, so Greta does get to first. So she's on first. Kelsey Van Coppernell's on second, but the runner does not get to third, and Caitlin Van Coppernell steps up to bat with 2 outs down. That was kind of a sketchy handoff over there on that third base side, but Newton was able to tag the out. Van Coppernell lines it to left field. That's down for a hit. This is going to bring home Kelsey. Greta Dodd will stay on second, and it is a RBI single for Caitlin Van Coppernell. And this brings up number 1, Taylor Smith, the 8th grader. She's .250 batting average on the season, 2 hits. Both of them are singles, 1 sacrifice. She struck out 4 times at 8 at-bats. And we don't really see her hit a lot, I feel like. We obviously see her a ton in the center field position, but in terms of hitting, we don't see Taylor hit a ton. And sometimes she'll be a courtesy runner, but tonight she's on hitting duties. Grinnell brings the lead to just 2. 3-1 in favor of the Newton Cardinals. And it looks like we're trying to get substitutions in. So Taylor Smith will not bat. This will be number 22, Ellie Mental, the freshman. I was going to say, I didn't think Taylor batted a ton. And this season, yeah, she's only batted 8 times. So this is Ellie Mental, making her 13th start of the season. .211 hitter on the season. She's only struck out 6 times. 1 home run. 6 RBIs on 8 hits. She's got power if you need it, no doubt about that. And for some reason, this substitution is just taking a very long time. I don't know if Doty didn't know who he was going to bring out. But Ellie, the freshman, now ready to go here in the batter's box. Runners on first and second. Greta's on second. Caitlin Van Coppernell's on first. 2 outs. Grinnell trails by 2 against Newton. First pitch. Down low for ball 1. That almost hits her right off the dome of the helmet. 2 balls and no strikes. Did it hit her? And it hit her. They're going to say it hit her. And now Newton's coach is going to come out and have a chat. That had to barely have hit her. I mean, she just kind of, it hit the top of her helmet, or must have just grazed it, and then she kind of fell back just a little bit. So I have no idea what they're going to call here. I mean, worst case scenario, she has to come back. It had to have barely hit her. Because, I mean, to me, it really didn't even look like much.
You know what? That's why he's wearing the blue shirt and
I guess,
behind the plate. So
Ellie's already going to come back to the dugout because she's not going to run. So they're going to have a courtesy runner here. Well, Newton's coach is going to argue his case here, and let's see if they call anything. They're going to bring home the other umpire and say, hey, did you see anything? And she's probably going to be like, well, I don't know. Did you see anything? And he's like, I didn't see it. Did you see it? We'll see what comes out of this. It just barely grazed the top of her helmet, so I'm really interested to see what the call is here. I will say, Ellie did a pretty good job selling it, whatever it was. Caitlin Kriegel is the first one that's going to be up to bat here once they figure this out. Taylor Smith is going to courtesy run for Mintle. But I can't officially say that because we don't know what the ruling here is. And it did hit her. That is interesting. I'll have to go back and watch that. You at home can go back and watch it if you want. You just rewind and see what happens. Let me know. But interesting call. So the bases will go loaded with 2 outs. Taylor Smith is on first, and Caitlin Kriegel, one of Grinnell's top hitters, steps into the batter's box. Greta on third, Caitlin Van Coppernel on second, Taylor Smith on first, and Kriegel in the batter's box as the substitution frenzy still continues. Substitutions take a while, I'll tell you that. Got to write everything down and whatnot. Still an update from the baseball field, bottom 4. Grinnell is on top of Newton 5-0. 6-0, so Brady Stewart must have scored. 6-0, bottom 4. Bases loaded here with 2 outs.
this is when this softball team has played their best.
That ball goes wide. Greta Dodd is safe at home. It's 3-2. What did I tell you about the ball going behind the dish? It's going to be a difficult play. Coach Liker's going to have a chat with his infield here. So Smith moves up to second. Van Coppernel moves to third. Greta Dodd comes home. And Grinnell has brought the score within 1. Well, we wanted somewhat of a quick game tonight, but that's probably not going to happen tonight. As expected, offenses are running wild, as they always do in these series. At least we have a nice sunset. Can't really see it on camera, obviously, but it is on our Tiger Sports Livestream Network Facebook page.
And Instagram.
Yep. So Kriegel sets in. 1 ball and no strikes with 2 outs. Grinnell has cut the lead to 1 against Newton. 1-0. Good pitch, but not high enough. 2-0. I tell you what, calls have kind of been a little bit all over the place. For both teams, I should say. Hannah Behrens is on deck. 2-0. Kriegel skies it up to shallow left. And the catch is made. Grinnell puts up 2. They bring it within 1. 3-2. We're headed to the third.
Big signs, little signs, ADA, routed, dimensional, digital, environmental graphics, monument, donor and history recognition. We do them all. And more importantly, we work with you to understand what is best for your location, budget, brand, and building code. You don't need to be an expert in design, wayfinding, zoning, materials, installation, or ADA compliance. We'll be your trusted partner throughout. Because signs do more than point the way. They help the world make sense.
When I took over this farm from my dad, I knew our future success required making major changes in our operations. That meant adding acreage, more and bigger equipment, investing in powerful technology, hiring employees. We even started a seed business. Fortunately, working together with Grinnell Mutual and my local mutual insurance company, my agent was able to cover everything, giving us more trust in tomorrow.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by ASI Signs, Grinnell Mutual, and the top of the third inning is brought to you by Brent Nickel State Farm. Welcome to the third inning.
Yeah, third inning. This game is crawling. What a great way to start off 4th of July weekend. 3-2. Newton leads over Grinnell. Grinnell put up 2 in the second. 1 off a bad throw and 1 off a hit single by Caitlin Van Copperl. And that's got us where we are at. Who's up to bat, Patrick? I can't see the number. This is Vanessa Vesso, the junior, second baseman and outfielder, up to bat. Greif still in the circle for Grinnell. That's upstairs for ball 1. No 3 up, 3 downs tonight. That's for sure. Baseball game's moving along though.
Yeah.
They're in the top or bottom 4. Grinnell's on top 6-0 over Newton. 1-0 in the dirt. 2-0.
Sorry, a little fat finger there. Black screen. Black screen, live screen.
At least
screen.
it's not an important moment. We've had that happen. 2-0. Not low enough. 3-0 for Ella Greif. Grinnell only uses 2 pitchers. Ella and Hannah Behrens, and then maybe, they do have a third if need be. Ella Smith, the 8th grader, has pitched in 1 game this season, as that one's not enough on it for ball 4. And Coach Doty's going to go up and have a chat with his infield. This is number 11, Kaya Butler, to bat. And Doty's just going to have a chat just with Ella. Nobody else.
Sometimes that quietness is all it takes.
What was it? We were doing the Knoxville game against Grinnell versus Knoxville, and Knoxville's coach came out and kind of made a gesture, hey, you guys stay back, and they still all came into the huddle and had a chat. So Grinnell leads 7-0 now over Newton on the baseball side.
Never know how those chats are going to go.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, also in that Knoxville game, is that when Brady Kaufman came in?
Yep.
And big brother Owen came over twice.
Yeah.
Give him
Not even the catcher, though.
The hands down from first base. And, little brother, calm down. Just calm down. Good memories when you can say be on the same field as your little brother.
Butler in the batter's box here, runner on first, nobody out. Bunt attempt is down, not enough on it, goes foul. I tell you, Kaya is fast. There's no way they were going to get her even if they caught it there. So now Imhoff's ready to play in. No balls and 1 strike here for Ella Greif against Kaya Butler, the junior. Upstairs for ball 1. Most of Ella's pitches tonight have been up.
Score update, 7-0.
Yep.
On the baseball field.
Game changer is right. 1-1 for Ella Greif. Nice pitch. Strike 2 on a swing. Trying to get that first out of the half inning. One, 2. That one pops short. Kelsey Van Copperl makes the grab for out number 1. Nice little chopper there. We've seen a lot of those tonight. I mean, really, Lambert's was the only big hit that went to right center, and then other than that, a lot of choppers tonight. Runner stays on first, 1 out here for Newton. First pitch up coming by Greif. This is number 24, Jocelyn Cooper. Jocelyn? I think it's Jocelyn. I don't know many people call it Jaslyn. So I think it's Jocelyn.
I'd go with that. If you say it wrong enough, they'll come over.
Yeah, the Newton fan will come over here and say, hey, it's not that. Joslyn, 29 hits, 284 on the season coming into tonight's contest. 0-1 to her. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And Joslyn just kind of stopped and looked at her coach and kind of was like, I don't know why I swung. Rife settles in, trying to get 2 quick outs here. No balls and 2 strikes with just 1 out for Newton. The 0-2. Outside, not going to get the call. Not going to get the call and didn't get Joslyn to bite. One, 2 upcoming by Ella Greif. That is skied up to left, awkwardly positioned, but Caitlin Van Compernel makes the grab just outside or inside the left field grass. Number 11.
Now batting Chloe Swank.
Or excuse me, number 18. Chloe Swank, the 8th grader. Chloe's been great this season. 339 hitting, 21 hits, 11 RBIs. She's walked 9 times and only struck out 9 times. Anytime I see an 8th grader with just absolutely incredible stats, no matter what team they're for, it gets you a little excited because you're like, yeah, here we go. I'm a big fan of if we're playing teams that have really, really good athletes. I mean, it's just fun to watch. Luckily, the conference has been blessed with those over the last couple of years in every sport.
Yeah. You know, I think the biggest challenge is when you see them come in playing as 8th graders, you know, particularly in softball and baseball, is keeping that interest level so you don't burn them out and keep them for 4 or 5 years. That's the hard thing. Because you see so many times, we've seen over years, 8th graders come in, they go 8th, 9th grade, 10th grade, and then they pop out and they don't play their junior, senior year.
Yeah, when's the ruling that the 7th graders turning into 8th graders get to come play? 2-0 in there for strike 1. But yeah, great opportunity for the 8th graders to come in. That sun is really cool tonight.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, it's a sunset, but you can see the perfect sun tonight. No fireworks yet behind us. 2-1. Ooh, not enough. 3-1. And by behind us, I mean behind the baseball or softball field, because if you see them, you'll see them behind center field.
Kate was kind of shaking her head on that one. She did not agree.
Yeah, you can tell
As
when
it
she
was
holds
coming
it
right
there.
at her plate, yeah.
3 balls and 1 strike. That one's down the middle. That's a strike for sure. Swank starting in her 25th game this season. 27th game played in total. Greif steps off a quick second. She'll reset herself in the circle. Newton's got a lot of chance from their dugout. 3-2. That's chopped short. Lindsay Hollabaugh makes the grab in shallow right field. That ends the half inning. 3-2. We're headed bottom 3.
The engine makes the power. The transmission sends it to the drive shaft. The drive shaft turns the gears. The gears turn the axles. The axles turn the wheels. Together it's the powertrain. And only at West Finch Auto Plaza, every bit of it has a 100% warranty. Forever. No parts, no labor, no deductible. You can't buy it. It comes with the car whether you want it or not. Only at West Finch Auto Plaza, where you always get a great deal and a great deal more.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit Polley'sGrinnellIA.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by West Finch Auto Plaza and Polly Ice Pizza.
Newton leads over Grinnell 3-2. We are headed to the bottom of the third. Grinnell gets out of that last half inning scoreless, or leaving Newton scoreless. Both teams have gotten their fair share of players on base. Grinnell put up 2 in that last half inning where they were up to bat. Hannah Behrens is up to bat here for the Tigers to lead them off in the bottom of the third.
Hannah Behrens.
And we'll see if the senior can get Grinnell going here in this half inning. We are crawling along, ladies and gentlemen. Update on the baseball field, they are in the 5th. Grinnell leads 7-0 over the Newton Cardinals. Still a couple games left for Grinnell on the baseball side. We have 2 more games left on our broadcasting schedule. They are next week, June 6th against Fairfield, June 8th against Center Point Urbana, and our season is over. And we'll see you in the football season.
Looking forward to the football season for sure.
Hannah gives that thing a ride to right field. That is gone! Oh my goodness, that had to be like crushed. I'd love to see the yardage on it. Happy senior night, Hannah Behrens. A line drive shot to right center field for her 3rd home run of the year, and we are tied 3-3.
It's always a special night when you do it on senior night.
That was clobbered. I mean, usually it just barely drops over the fence, but that thing had more underneath of it.
You could just hear the tick. It was just perfect.
We are tied 3-3. Lindsay Hollabaugh now up to bat for Grinnell.
Lindsay Hollabaugh.
The 3rd of the seniors here right in a row. Boy, that'd be something if every senior hit a home run tonight. Grinnell has hit 4 home runs in one night, 2 in each game of the doubleheader. I don't know what the most is in a game, but Lindsay's going to try to make it 2. Grinnell has fought back from down 3-0. 1 ball and no strikes, nobody out for the Tigers. 1-0. Not enough. Ball 2. (2-0) to Hollabaugh. She grounds it short right to Lambert. She'll throw to first in time for out number 1. Lambert's got that second base side covered. As a baseball goes flying into this softball diamond, it's going to land right next to Vanklee, and she'll pick it up and toss it over, and we'll toss it right back. I haven't seen a baseball land there. Usually it lands over in the right field. That thing came flying over from the baseball field. But that'll happen from time to time. This is Ashlyn Imhoff up to bat here for Grinnell. Ashlyn had the best reaction on that Hannah Behrens home run. I mean, she was she was screaming like crazy. 1 ball and no strikes here with 1 out. Imhoff swings and misses for strike 1. (1-1). Imhoff pops it foul back. Somebody in the crowd's going to catch it, and nobody does. Talk a little bit about Newton's opponent in the postseason. It's the Des Moines Hoover Huskies out of the CIML. Des Moines Hoover this season has struggled, to say the least, have not been great. 6-16 on the year. Imhoff skies it up to shallow center, and it is caught by the shortstop. So out for out number 2, and this will bring up number 13, Ella Greif. I'm sure it doesn't change anything, but I wonder what Ella's thinking about being in this position in the batting lineup.
Sorry for the little delay there in the count.
Yeah, you're talking to
Dodge Salzer
over there. Was he worried we were going to talk to him? He made a weird face.
Yeah, I think he had the look. He had
He's
a
like,
sigh
"Oh,
of relief
gosh."
when I just hung out over the side and said a few words. So
That one's outside, 1 ball with no strikes. But yeah, Des Moines Hoover is Newton's opponent in the postseason. Des Moines Hoover is 6-12 in the CIML Metro and 6-16 overall. And the CIML Metro is interesting. You got Des Moines East and Ottumwa, 26-11 and 20-13 respectively. And then Lincoln and Hoover are the average bunch. And then Roosevelt is 3-17, and Des Moines North is 0-32. So
that hurts.
I think, if I was a betting man, I think Newton gets away and he moves on to take on Bondurant. And I think that'd be a tough matchup for Bondurant. Anything can happen in the postseason, no doubt about that. A lot of teams can go on some wild runs. We've seen it before. Greif has found a groove here on the batting side. 3 balls and no strikes here against Van Clee. She goes bunt and lays off, and it's a walk on 4 straight pitches. So with 2 outs, Kelsey Van Coppernel steps up to bat for the Tigers with Ella Greif on first. I do find it interesting that I think they just wait till Ella either steals second or what to not bring in a courtesy runner for Ella. Because we brought in a courtesy when she got second. But when she's on first, Mike's just like, she'll be okay. Throw to second. Not in time. Ella Greif is safe. And it looks like here comes Mike Doty and here comes the courtesy runner. Nope. She says, I'm good. That was a strike, so it's no balls and 1 strike. Umpire gave his thoughts. 0-1 by Van Clee. Off the plate for ball 1. Kelsey 214 hitting this season for the Tigers. 12 hits, 7 RBIs. That one's off the plate. 11 of those 12 hits are singles. She has 1 double to her name. She's where she wants here. 2 balls and 1 strike here against Van Clee. As we are still in the bottom of the 3rd, and baseball's headed bottom 5. Van Coppernel shoots it to the right side. Shallow right, caught for out number 3. We are headed to the 4th. Grinnell ties it with a single home run. It's 3-3.
There are a lot of great reasons to make Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell your pharmacy. Hi, this is Jennifer Stallman, and if you are like me, you have a busy schedule. So why wait around to get a prescription filled? At Medicap Pharmacy, we can call or text you when your prescriptions are ready. It's a free service that is available on request for any of our customers. Of course, we also have a convenient drive-thru, free weekday deliveries, and free mail-outs as well. Just another great reason to make Medicap Pharmacy your pharmacy on Highway 6 West, Grinnell.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Medicap Pharmacy, the Dairy Barn, and the top of the 4th inning is brought to you by Brent Nickel State Farm.
Grinnell ties it at 3 with a Hannah Barron single-run home run in the bottom of the 3rd. That Dairy Barn commercial reminded me of the picture of one of the Dairy Barn employees, Kara Finsky. She's holding a ice cream cone of red, white, and blue for the 4th of July. I don't know what you have to go in and ask, but I assume you just go to Dairy Barn, you're like, can I get a red, white, and blue ice cream cone? I think they'll give it to you. It's dipped in flavoring, food coloring. You know how they do it in those ice cream places. But if you want a red, white, and blue ice cream cone, head on over to Dairy Barn. Or in general, just head over to Dairy Barn. That is rocketed to right field. Lindsay Hullabaugh makes the grab for out number 1. That was number 8, Callie Van Clee, the pitcher. And this brings up number
Cadence
12,
on.
Cadence on, the freshman.
It's like, is that Lindsay's third out she's caught?
She's caught a couple, yeah. Made a nice little juggling grab earlier.
That's what we need. Quick, in and out.
Has gotten nicer as the night has gone on. Sun is completely down. No wild, wacky clouds like we had in the Norwalk game. I see fireworks on this left side over, well, they're not really fireworks. They're just kind of little cracklers over there. A lot of people in that festive mood. 1-0. Oh my gosh, I thought he was about to call a ball. Strike one. He didn't make a movement there for a second. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out and nobody on for Newton. Is this game, do I dare say, picking up the pace a little bit? Still in the top of the 4th. That doesn't catch the zone for ball 2.
Did you see him? He goes...
Even he was questioning himself. Come on, man.
Oh, goodness.
2 balls and 1 strike. Upcoming to on. That's in the middle for strike 2. Counts tied 2-2. Ella's looking for that quick second out right here in the top of the 4th. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A little rocky to start, but I think Ella's finally hitting a groove here for Grinnell.
Taylor Lust.
And it's Taylor Lust, the junior, up to bat. She's 143 in the batting average category this season. 3 hits, 2 hits. Both are singles, 1 RBI, 1 sacrifice. And the fireworks have begun. Over to our left, toward the south. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. She struck out her first time out. Taylor this season, only 7 strikeouts coming in. Ella trying to make quick work of this half inning. No balls and 1 strike. That's upstairs for ball 1 as it goes behind Kate. I'll tell you one thing I'm noticing about Taylor. She has a lot of power on her swings, so I'd be worried if she got a nice hold of one. Could be leaving. Newton led 3-0 early. Grinnell has scored 3 unanswered to tie it. On a wild pitch, a single by Van Compernel, Caitlin Van Compernel, and a single run home run by Hannah Behrens in the 3rd inning. That one's fouled back to the fence for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes still. One-two on the way by Ella Greif. That's in there for strike 3. 3 up, 3 down. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th. We're tied 3-3.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
Tomorrow. Some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by ASI Signs and Grinnell Mutual.
We are in the bottom of the 4th. Grinnell and Newton tied up at 3 apiece. Grinnell scored a home run in the last half inning. They were up to bat to tie this game. Slowly but surely, Newton has, or Grinnell I should say, has cut back in. And that's led us to the tie game that we sit at currently. Thanks to everyone for watching so far, Newton fan or Grinnell fan. We appreciate you starting your 4th of July weekend with us here on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. We hope everyone has a safe 4th of July weekend, staying cool. Don't be dumb around fireworks.
Enjoy 3 days off.
Yes. Enjoy it. And if you're a Grinnell person and you didn't know information about the parade route on Sunday, it's on Grinnell's Facebook page. And the route has changed a little bit, so I'm just saying for people to make sure to check that out. Since 8th Avenue is closed, they're going to have to change up a little bit. But just a little FYI for everyone there. That parade starts at 5 o'clock on Sunday night. As for Newton fans, I can't tell you when your parade is, but I'm sure it's great.
It is.
Have you been to Newton's parade?
Well, I've heard plenty. It's usually a morning parade, I'm pretty sure, and it's a pretty good parade. So
we've had a friend that was on, or a family friend that was on the Newton Fire Department, so I guess that's the only way we would know. But for some reason, we are waiting on something. I don't know what it could be. Greta Dodd is the one up to bat. It's a substitution thing, but I don't know what they could possibly be changing because
I don't know if they're checking something in the official book or what they're doing, but update in the boys' baseball score. Top of the 6th, 7-0.
They're in the top of the 6th, and it's almost 9 o'clock. They are flying over there. That means they'll be able to come over and cheer on the girls, which always gives Grinnell a little bit of a boost when the baseball team comes over. Greta Dodd grounds this one short to the third baseman. Throw on to first. Little wide, but the out was in time, and Alex Farmer did not think that. Oh, she was safe. I thought she was out.
Safe.
I was going to say, I mean, it looked like she came off the bag, so.
Yep, that's a good call.
Caitlin Van Coppernell now up to bat for Grinnell. Can I just say, Cadence On's hat on the third base side, there's no way we'd be able to see it, but it is like a really worn-out red hat that I assume is Newton-wise, and it's probably a throwback hat, but I really like it. It's very cool.
Class.
Everybody else is wearing, what do you call them, visors? She is the only one wearing a hat, and I really like it. Nice little classic look for Cadence. That one was down for a strike on a bunt attempt by Caitlin Van Coppernell. She had a single RBI, or an RBI single last time she was up to bat. 0-1, upstairs, ball one. One ball and one strike upcoming here for Van Coppernell. Bunt, not enough to the right, foul. Always enjoy when Grinnell and Newton get together and play each other in sports. Sadly, won't be able to see it in the football season this year. They will not be playing each other. Unless it's a postseason game. I guess I didn't think about that, but if we do a couple volleyball games, I won't be doing that, but if you do a couple volleyball games, I'm sure Newton will be one of them, as Coach Doty's going to have a quick chat with Van Coppernell here.
I think we have 3 or 4 lined up for
volleyball. Obviously, they'll be back for the basketball season. No way to enjoy Grinnell versus Newton. But I am going to miss football because the football rivalry between those two teams is pretty interesting.
I know one of the home game we have a conflict that we can't, but we'll catch 3 of the 4 home matches.
Bring in someone to commentate those. Bring in an analyst. 1-2. Bunt attempt, not there. Greta Dodd takes off to second. She's safe as the throw was a little wide.
Yeah, almost got in front of the base, but I guess you could look at that as anticipation, see if they can't tag the runner coming in.
Even if she would have tagged her, it might have been interference because she was kind of in the way. Greta had to go around. Greta's interesting solely because of just her length and whatnot. Van Coppernell lines it to left field. The left fielder makes the grab for out number 1. Good contact, though, by Caitlin. And this time, I don't think we're going to see Mental. I think this is Taylor Smith up to bat officially. She came out the first time and then was like, no, head back to the dugout. Mental was the one that batted, so now Taylor Smith gets a chance to bat. 250 on the season. See what she can do with Greta Dodd up on second. She's got 2 hits on the season so far. Both of them are singles. She goes for the bunt. It'll advance Greta Dodd to third. Does her job as she's out at first. So with 2 outs, Greta Dodd sits at third base. And back to the top of the batting order, it's Caitlin Kriegel.
Now batting.
Yet to get a hit tonight,
Kate
but
Kriegel.
I bet that changes. I just have a feeling, of all people to go hitless, it'd be hard for Caitlin to do so. 3 home runs on the season, 18 RBIs for number 5. One of her senior teammates already hit a home run, so she probably wants to do it too. First pitch, not enough for ball 1. I agree with Van Clee. She thought that was a strike. Yeah, I agree. Little off there. Van Clee settles back in, 1 ball and no strikes. Upstairs for ball 2. Kriegel, 82 at-bats coming into tonight. That was the second most on the team, tied for second most. Most at-bats on the team goes to Ella Greif. That would make sense with the number 1 hitter. 2-0 off the plate for 3-0.
You almost have to think that Kate's not going to let one go by her without having to swing.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not really one to let it, but unless it's way off the plate, I don't know. I know she's hungry for a hit, I can tell you that. Here comes the 3-0 to Kriegel. She's thinking bunt. She lays off, and that's enough for a strike.
Caught that bottom corner.
A bunt on 2 outs. That's a risky play right there. She can do whatever she wants here. Don't really have to swing if it's not something you want. Here comes the 3-1 by Van Clee. That's outside, and that's ball 4. So runners will go to the corners, and the girl who hit a home run last inning, Hannah Behrens, up to bat for Grinnell.
Hannah Behrens.
So do you walk her, or you just kind of take a risk? I don't think they're going to walk her. At least there's no indication for it. They'll just let Hannah figure it out. But it's a big battle here for Van Clee, trying to keep Grinnell's runners on first and third. The good thing is that you have the 2 outs in your back pocket, so no one can advance unless it's a wild throw. First pitch to Behrens. That one just catches the zone for strike 1. Oh, 1. Behrens skies it to left and foul, so that's 2 quick strikes here. And Van Clee's got to be feeling pretty good here. Trying to get out of this half inning without giving anything up. Closing in on the top of the 5th. And they're in the bottom of the 6th over there on the baseball field. Quick moving. Seems like a little bit of a miscommunication here by Van Clee. She's trying to figure out the right pitch here. She keeps looking over to the dugout, then to her catcher. Here's the 0-2. Hannah sends it shallow to left. And the shortstop makes the grab for out number 3. They get out of the inning, nothing given up. 3-3. We're headed to the 5th.
The engine makes the power. The transmission sends it to the drive shaft. The drive shaft turns the gears. The gears turn the axles. The axles turn the wheels. Together it's the powertrain. And only at West Finch Auto Plaza, every bit of it has a 100% warranty. Forever. No parts, no labor, no deductible. You can't buy it. It comes with the car whether you want it or not. Only at West Finch Auto Plaza, where you always get a great deal and a great deal more.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, 3rd generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polyeye'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polly Eye's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by West Finch Auto Plaza and Polly Eye's Pizza.
We are in the top of the fifth.
Bottom.
But no, we're in the top. Come on.
Top sky.
3-3. Grinnell and Newton going at it. All knotted up. Newton had a 3-0 lead to start. Grinnell has rallied back. Nobody scored in the fourth. And we're headed to the fifth. Update on the baseball field there in the bottom of the sixth. Grinnell leads Newton 8-0. They are flying over there. We are just having a nice grand old time.
Cardinals, number 19, Caitlin
Is it
Lambert.
me, or is the dirt really yellow on our screen? Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah.
Well, remember you had that setting for the baseball game. Remember it was like, did you change something with the green of the grass? Like the grass was so green? I mean, I don't think it's terrible. Vibrant colors here at the baseball diamond. That camera's what it legit looks like. The camera that shows all the bases is quite tinted in that one filter. First pitch by Greif there was down for a strike. This is Swank up to bat. No. Is it Swank? Yes. Chloe Swank. She swings and misses. No, this is Caitlin Lambert. Couldn't see the number. Lambert up to bat. She had a 3 RBI double last time she was up to bat. Sent it right to right center. Oh-2. Outside, ball 1. What are we doing? We changing capture cards?
Yeah.
Is that the capture card, though, that was laggy, though?
We'll find out.
I guess we'll see. We're changing our capture card here to see if that fixed the color. I don't think it's going to fix the color that much, but 1-2 outside as it slipped off Greif's fingertips. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ella looking for out number 1 of this half inning. Doesn't seem to be lagging there. We had a problem on our baseball game against Knoxville. Well, we had many problems against Knoxville in that game in terms of technical issues. As Lambert sends it short to Caitlin Van Coppernol, out for out number 1. This camera that you're looking at was like lagging behind and not enough, as there's fireworks being shot off behind center field.
Just like we're at Sec Taylor.
Yeah, this is they can keep playing, but it's definitely going to be annoying. You could see those where they fired off. And I must say, they weren't very impressive, but they sure are loud. This is Chastity Henwood. Back to the top of the batting order is Newton. She sends it to left field, and Van Coppernol backs up and makes the grab for out number 2. Grinnell's trying to make quick work of the Cardinals here.
Stepping to the plate, Vanessa Vasso.
Vanessa Vasso now up to bat for Newton. Don't tint the screen so bad that you can barely even tell what's happening. I don't think it looks terrible right now. Oh, don't do that. First pitch to Vasso is down low for ball 1. It is weird. It's almost like a haze over the distance, just kind of how hot and humid it is. Not comfortable by any means, but also not terrible ever since the sun went down. 1-0, 2-0. If anything, the farmer back there should wait till the end of the game and just fire off his fireworks, if anything. Don't jump the gun here early. 2 balls and no strikes by Greif. That's down Main Street for strike 1. They're headed top 7. Grinnell leads 8-0 over Newton on the baseball diamond. Grinnell looking to grab win number 24, I believe, on the season. The 2-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So 261 hitting this season for the Cardinals. 12 hits, 2 RBIs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on for Newton. Greif to Vassaux. Fouls it back to the fence. Greif has figured out, or at least got a stride going here. Kind of struggled to start the game and has ever since settled in just a little bit. And Grinnell's offense has picked it up a little bit. Doing what they can. It's the 2-2 pitch by Greif. Not enough break on it, and the count goes full to Vassaux. Ever since 2007, Newton leads this series all time, 25-8. Newton won every single matchup 2 times a year, sometimes 3 in the postseason, from 2018 to 2010. That one's grounded short. Van Compern will throw to first. Not in time. As a speedy player right there. Nice job by Vassaux to get to first.
Batting, Kaya Butler.
And Kaya Butler up to bat. So a couple of good hitters right here in the order for Newton. Grinnell does have 2 outs down, so. Grinnell won 4 in a row against Newton. Not 4 in a row, 5 in a row, dating from 2019 to all the way to this year before Newton broke that streak 13-12 on the 16th of June. And somebody's walking out of here tonight with the series win. But Newton's got to feel good. They got that big win over Dallas Center Grimes a couple nights ago. One of the 2 games in that doubleheader. Swing and a miss for strike 1. That ball goes wide. Nice stop by Smith. As Vassaux gets to second.
Sitting knotted up here, it's going to be a kind of a firecracker finish, maybe.
Yeah.
Or extra innings.
Well, that's true, yeah. Butler settles back in. That was a strike, so 1 ball and 1 strike. Newton's getting aggressive here, trying to get Vassaux over at least third, so any wild pitch, she's trying to go. 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs here for Greif. Fouled back. Strike 2.
The Tigers are 1 out of way on the baseball field.
They're 1 out of way here, ending the 5th. Top 5th, I should say. 1-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. We are headed to the bottom of the 5th. 3-3, we're tied.
There are a lot of great reasons to make Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell your pharmacy. Hi, this is Jennifer Stallman, and if you are like me, you have a busy schedule. So why wait around to get a prescription filled? At Medicap Pharmacy, we can call or text you when your prescriptions are ready. It's a free service that is available on request for any of our customers. Of course, we also have a convenient drive-through, free weekday deliveries, and free mail-outs as well. Just another great reason to make Medicap Pharmacy your pharmacy on Highway 6 West, Grinnell.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Medicap Pharmacy and the Dairy Barn.
Number 8, Lindsay Halabaugh.
Lindsay Halabaugh will lead off for Grinnell in the 5th. Grinnell trying to get that big lead here to extend the game and try to take the lead.
And it's official.
quick game over there on the baseball field. So Hollabaugh up to bat. Bankley still in the circle. Lindsay Hollabaugh lines it right up the middle. That's a single. Good start for Grinnell. Ashlyn Imhoff up to bat here for Grinnell.
Ashlyn Imhoff!
Imhoff has power. She's gotten some big hits this season, couple home runs. She steps up big when necessary. And she's going to try to do it here with a runner on first. A great spot for Grinnell with nobody out. Try to do something. That's outside, up top, I should say, for ball one. Ashlyn, .333 hitting on the season. 4 home runs, 18 RBIs. She has walked 15 times as she chops it short foul. Her walks are the most on the team, so she's quite disciplined. Baseball game just finishes, like you said, so they might have a couple people that come over from the baseball game and watch the softball team go. One. Not low enough for ball 2. As the Ashlyn Imhoff chants erupted from the dugout. I hear a lot of cheering. I think Grinnell's pretty excited. They always have this little fun thing. As Imhoff sends it to right field, the right fielder cannot get it. It drops short. Hollabaugh slides to second. Everybody is safe. That was kind of an awkward blip, but it worked. And it brings up Ella Greif to hit for Grinnell. But, yeah, Grinnell baseball does a thing anytime they sweep a team on the season. They do a nice little celebration with each other. It's pretty cool. So good for the Grinnell baseball team. Ella Greif up to bat here for Grinnell. Not in her usual #1 hitting spot on the batting order, but she's in a prime position here in hitting spot #5 to try to advance either Hollabaugh or Imhoff, who sit on first and second respectively. And Ella's hit a home run so far this season, so she's got the capabilities. That ball's dropped short. Throw to third. It was bobbled, and Lindsay Hollabaugh is safe. Runners at the corners.
I think they advanced to second, too.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see Imhoff move. Imhoff did move to second. Grinnell's in position with nobody out to try to take the lead over the Cardinals. One ball and no strikes here to Greif. That's off the plate for a ball. I tell you what, more people, if they come over from the baseball to the softball field, I don't know if we're going to have a lot of room. I mean, we're quite packed over here. Unless you just stand along the fence. But it finished so quickly, that would make sense. Granted, we had senior festivities, kind of held us back. Not enough on that one. It is 3 balls and no strikes here to Ella Greif. As somebody's senior balloon is flying away on the right field line. Goodbye, balloon. 3-0 to Ella Greif. That's down low. It is a walk on 4 pitches. And with the bases loaded, Kelsey Van Coppernel steps up to bat for the Tigers with nobody out.
32, Kelsey Van Coppernel.
With no outs.
No outs. All you got to do is just hit the ball. Hit the ball a little bit past the infield circle, and you might be scoring a run. Coach Doty's going to have a courtesy runner. It's Libby Walton to run for Ella Greif. Ella will walk back to the circle. She's quite excited about her walk on 4 pitches.
Crazy running, Libby Walton.
So Kelsey Van Coppernel with a big chance here to give Grinnell a lead. They trailed 3-0 early. The baseball team has made their way over. They are running over. They're going to join the student section over here on this right field line to pack this place even further. I love how Stenberg lets them do that, but it does delay the field process because that means nobody cleans the baseball field until this game's over.
Well,
We've still got a while to go here.
The coaches start doing it.
First pitch, not enough. Ball 1. Grinnell has weathered the storm of Callie Vanclay. She was off to a really hot start. Grinnell has kind of chipped away, and their best chance is right here with 2 balls and no strikes, no outs, and the bases are loaded. We have bases on second and first. You should probably fix that so that way the bases are loaded. There we go.
Forgot that walk.
2-0. Down the middle for strike 1. But Vanclay's a good pitcher, so if anyone can get out of a situation like this, it's going to be her. But Grinnell's going to try to get at least a little bit of damage. 2-1. Van Compernol holds back, and it's 3. No, that was a strike. I didn't see it was a strike. 2-2. I was wondering what the crowd moan was. Vanclay looking for the first out of the half inning. 2-2. That almost hits Van Compernol. 3-2. They almost had another helmet head situation there.
Close. It was a close one.
Count is full at 3-2 for Kelsey Van Compernol. Her sister got a hit earlier. She's looking for a hit herself. 3-2. That is chopped short. That's going to get down. It's a single. 2 runs will score.
Nice. Very nice.
2 RBI single for Kelsey Van Compernol. Libby Walton got to second. It is 5-3. Grinnell leads over Newton. And Greta Dodd steps up to bat for the Tigers. Well, we've seen choppers all night. That was about as choppingness as you can get it. Drops right in between the right fielder coming down and the second baseman trying to run back.
Now batting for the Tigers.
And it was Jaslyn Cooper who just couldn't quite back up in time, and then the right fielder couldn't come down in time. So Greta Dodd steps up to bat. With Grinnell leading 5-3, still nobody out. And Newton's coach will have a chat here with his infield. And by chat, it looks like number 28, Navarra Gray. The 8th grader will come in and pitch, I believe. I think she's getting her glove. Yes, so Navarra Gray will be the new pitcher here for Newton. She'll be making her 11th start, 19th game played in. She's 4-5 on the season, 53 innings pitched, 26 strikeouts, 8.45 ERA. We'll take a quick break while she warms up. Grinnell leads over Newton 5-3.
Big signs, little signs, ADA, routed, dimensional, digital, environmental graphics, monument, donor and history recognition. We do them all. And more importantly, we work with you to understand what is best for your location, budget, brand, and building code. You don't need to be an expert in design, wayfinding, zoning, materials, installation, or ADA compliance. We'll be your trusted partner throughout. Because signs do more than point the way. They help the world make sense.
When I took over this farm from my dad, I knew our future success required making major changes in our operations. That meant adding acreage, more and bigger equipment, investing in powerful technology, hiring employees. We even started a seed business. Fortunately, working together with Grinnell Mutual and my local mutual insurance company, my agent was able to cover everything, giving us more trust in tomorrow.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by ASI Signs and Grinnell Mutual. As I waved at Tom Latimer as he's walking off from the baseball field, watching his grandson, Brooks.
Navarra Gray in the circle here for Newton. New pitcher in the circle for the Cardinals. Greta Dodd is in the batter's box. Grinnell has runners on first and second. Kelsey Van Compernol and Libby Walton. Still nobody out. First pitch to Greta. She's thinking bunt. Throw to third. In time for out number 1. And Doty didn't like it because the umpire originally, he was about to go safe, and then he's like, nope, no safe. She, yeah. Did I say he? Female umpire there over there on the shortstop side. Fireworks going off everywhere. 1-0 to Greta Dodd. She pops it short. And the catch is made for out number 2. So Newton's got 2 quick ones after not being able to get one there for a second. So Gray's doing a pretty good job so far. She's doing her job, I should say. Caitlin Van Coppernol up to bat. She had a RBI single earlier in the ball game. So if anyone can do it again, it's Caitlin. She's got her sister up on second. We'll see if she can bring her home. You think they got telepathy? They just have that sister connection there?
I know, but Kate's had a great night. She's playing shortstop tonight.
Yeah, both Kate and Kelsey. I mean, just and the shortstop and second base position, covering all areas. That one was fouled back, so no balls and 1 strike. Grinnell has scored 5 unanswered here against the Cardinals. That one in there for strike 2. I tell you, Navarre Gray trying to get in here and make quick work of Grinnell's offense. She grabbed 2 quick outs there, looking for out number 3. Oh-2 by Gray. In the dirt for ball 1. I was wondering where the baseball players went because they aren't sitting along the right field line. And then you look into center field and they are sitting on their cars just past the outfield fence.
The orange stripe over the Tigers.
It is easier to see, so I don't blame them there. 1-2. There we go, lined into the gap. Right center, this is going to bring home Kelsey Van Coppernol. Caitlin on her high horse to second. She will stay there. RBI double for Caitlin Van Coppernol as she brings home her sister Kelsey.
So both Van Coppernol had great hitting nights at the right time.
Almost the exact same spot Lambert went to earlier in the ball game. Grinnell has 6 unanswered as they lead 6-0.
Now batting number 1, Taylor Smith.
It's Taylor Smith up to bat now for...
As the baseball players are abusing someone's car out there in the outfield.
Look out. A couple of fireworks back behind left. Rest in peace, the suspension on that car. Smith went for a running start. That was a strike nonetheless. I'm still waiting for the moment that a firework goes off and it messes a batter up. Like, she just, like, or it messes a pitcher up or something. I just think it's not ideal.
Unfortunately, I think right now they're legal to shoot, aren't they?
Yeah. Taylor, that one was way up high. Still went for it, so it's 0-2. And technically, I mean, Grinnell really can't, I mean, we can't do anything about it. If fireworks, they can shoot them off as much as we want. We really can't do much about it. Let's just hope he doesn't have a whole arsenal like the New York City Macy's fireworks parade where they go off for 10 straight minutes.
Well, you know, there's a difference between boomers and there's a difference of pretty fireworks.
0-2. Not enough. A little low for ball 1. Taylor looking for a big hit. She's got Caitlin Van Coppernol on second. Grinnell leads 6-3 over Newton. 1-2. That's in the dirt. Goes wide. Van Coppernol gets to third. So Grinnell has moved everybody up. They've scored 3 here in the 5th. Trailed 3-0 early, have fought all the way back. Taylor Smith in the box. 2-2. That's in there for strike 3. Grinnell puts up 3. They lead 6-3 over the Newton Cardinals. We're headed to the top of the 6th.
The engine makes the power. The transmission sends it to the drive shaft. The drive shaft turns the gears. The gears turn the axles. The axles turn the wheels. Together it's the powertrain. And only at West Finch Auto Plaza, every bit of it has a 100% warranty. Forever. No parts, no labor, no deductible. You can't buy it. It comes with the car whether you want it or not. Only at West Finch Auto Plaza, where you always get a great deal and a great deal more.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pauley, third generation owner of Pauley in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polyeisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polyeis Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by West Finch Auto Plaza and Polyeis Pizza. This top of this inning is brought to you by Brett Nickel State Farm.
Number 24, Jocelyn Cooper, up to bat here for Newton. Cardinals trail Grinnell 6-3. Grinnell puts up 3 in the 5th. Trying to make quick work here as Cooper swings and misses for strike 1. Ella Greif still in the circle for the Tigers. Trying to, well, I don't know. I wonder if they'll take her the whole way. She seems comfortable, but it's all up to how her arm feels. 0-1. Just low for ball 1. One ball and 1 strike to Jocelyn Cooper. Cooper sends it to left. Greta Dodd underneath of it, it makes the grab for out number 1. That is not Greta Dodd. That is Ashley Hollingsworth. I forgot that Ashley was out and left. Greta not playing in a defensive position tonight for the Tigers.
So that out earlier was Ashley,
yeah,
too.
Ashley. I knew she was out there because I heard it in the starting lineup. I was like, oh, that's all right. So nobody on, 1 out. First pitch upcoming by Greif. Upstairs for ball 1. This is Chloe Swank, the 8th grader, up to bat for Newton. It has turned into a pretty nice night here at the ballpark.
Actually, I see a lot of people pulling light coats out or long sleeve shirts. And
the only reason they should be doing that is if the mosquitoes are bad, and that they don't really have an excuse for that for how dry it's been. I guess that's one kind of good thing. There's never anything good about a drought, but less rain you get, less puddles are formed, less mosquitoes we have to deal with.
And even though we got a lot of rain, it dried up quickly.
It did. This grass looks great. Field looks great.
Yeah.
1-1. Upstairs for ball 2. Update for Grinnell fans watching, because it has to do with rankings and whatnot. Grinnell is currently ranked 4th in Class 3A. Xavier is ranked 3rd. Wahlert Catholic is ranked 2nd. Xavier just swept Wahlert Catholic on the road tonight in baseball, so that helps the Saints' resume a little bit up. I guarantee you, every Grinnell fan wants to beat Xavier if Grinnell gets a chance to play him in the postseason. 3 balls and 1 strike here for Greif against Chloe Swank. Popped high, deep to right. Smith, no. Lindsay Hollibaugh makes the grab. She's got that side of the field covered tonight.
She is making her senior night a senior night.
Who said it had to be done well on the hitting side?
That's right. She's had a good defensive year out there in right field. And
Navarra Gray steps up to bat. 8th grader will get her chance. She's pitching now, so 183 hitting on the season. Hitting-wise, this is her 31st game played in this season in the hitting category. 13 hits, 2 home runs, and 11 RBIs. She has half of Newton's home runs of the season. Grinnell has 13 home runs as of right now. Hannah added to that total tonight. They had 12 before. 1 ball and no strikes with 2 outs and nobody on. That one's up behind the catcher. Kriegel can't come back to it. 2 balls and no strikes. I tell you what, those student sections, dugouts, have been great tonight in terms of chanting. Newton's been great. Grinnell's been great. Nice job hyping up their teams. 2-0, outside 3-0. No, just caught it. Strike one. I guess it must have been a good slider. There is a huge gap in right center if Navarro wants to launch this thing there. There is nobody there. Taylor is quite over to the left toward Ashley. She swings and misses for strike two. Nobody playing in for Grinnell. 2 strikes, 2 balls, and 2 outs with nobody on. Grinnell trying to get out of this half inning. 2-2 by Greif. Outside, not enough, 3-2. And some of the Grinnell fans are like, well, that was called last time. I do find it funny, the herd of Newton fans just kind of sitting over here by the dugout. I don't think they can see the game, but they're having a good time over here. Count is full at 3-2. Greif trying to send us to the bottom of the 6th. Full count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Bottom 6 we go. Grinnell leads 6-3.
There are a lot of great reasons to make Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell your pharmacy. Hi, this is Jennifer Stallman, and if you are like me, you have a busy schedule. So why wait around to get a prescription filled? At Medicap Pharmacy, we can call or text you when your prescriptions are ready. It's a free service that is available on request for any of our customers. Of course, we also have a convenient drive-through, free weekday deliveries, and free mail-outs as well. Just another great reason to make Medicap Pharmacy your pharmacy on Highway 6 West, Grinnell.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Medicap Pharmacy, the Dairy Barn.
6-3, we are headed to the bottom of the 6th. Caitlin Kriegel up to bat as we reach the top of the batting order. Grinnell put up 3 in that last half inning. Trying to extend the lead here before they get to the 7th and try to hold on to their lead. Navarra Gray in the circle for the Cardinals. She got pretty quick outs there last time after she came in for Vankley. She'll try to continue here with Kriegel in the box. First pitch to her. Low to the dirt for ball 1. Little later tonight, and if I'm correct, if this thing hits 10 o'clock, all the lights will go out, unless someone's waiting there and fix that. But I think if it still stands, this field is set on a timer. When it hits 10 o'clock, the lights go out. 1-0 upstairs for 2-0. Luckily, the baseball lights will probably stay on till everyone goes home, so it won't be completely dark, but
We can start singing. When the lights.
yeah, I was gonna say, or the fireworks just keep going off. We've had a break in the firework action there for a little bit. 2 balls and no strikes to Kriegel. She sends it to center. Center fielder makes the grab for out number 1. Lindsay Hollabaugh up to bat. She had a... No, not Lindsay. Lindsay up in the box. This is Hannah Behrens. I saw Lindsay walk up. Hannah Behrens up to bat. She had a home run earlier this evening. Can she get number 2? That is the question. All 3 seniors right here. 1, 2, 3. Possibly the last time they'll be at bat here in a regular season game as Hannah swings and fouls that one back.
The way that swing had some power on, I think she was thinking the same place.
Grinnell will be back here Tuesday night, 7:30. The Pella Dutch come to town. Winner goes to Carlisle in postseason play. 8? I don't know what time it would be. That one's grounded right to the shortstop. Catch made. What time is it? 7:30? Is it Thursday? I thought it was the 6th. Is it the 6th or the 8th? Let me look. It is
Lindsay
the 8th. It is the 8th. You're right. I'm wrong. Thursday night. Pella comes to town. Grinnell has the season series over the Dutch, but Pella did win their last meeting 9-8 just a couple nights ago. Lindsay Hallbaugh up to bat here. That one's down low for ball 1. 2 outs and nobody on. Looking at a quick 6th inning here. (1-0). Outside 2-0. Gray has been impressive so far. Trying to finish a half inning here. That's 2-0 upstairs, 3-0. Newton's going to have to rally here in the top of the 7th. And I assume I haven't seen anyone else warm up. I think Ella Greif's going to try to go to the end for the Tigers. 3-0. Caught the zone for strike 1. Appreciate everyone for watching tonight. Newton fan, Grinnell fans. Hope everyone's having a good time watching it tonight. Thanks for spending the start of your 4th of July weekend with us here on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. If you really like what you see, we'd appreciate it if you left a like on the video. You can always leave a comment on our Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or on our website if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. 3-2. Hallbaugh gives it a ride to right center. Right fielder makes the grab. We are headed to the 7th. Newton's got to score 3. Grinnell leads 6-3.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
Tomorrow, some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by ASI Signs and Grinnell Mutual. And welcome to the top of the 7th that is brought to you by Brett Nichols State Farm.
Cardinals, number 12.
Newton's got to score 3 to try to tie it and take it to the bottom of the 7th. If not, Grinnell walks away victorious. This is number 12, Cadence on up to bat first. Ella Greif remains in the circle. Grinnell trying to end it here and end their regular season with a win on senior night against the Newton Cardinals. Ella Greif's first pitch is a ball. Grinnell has rallied in the 7th this season. We've seen it happen. One thing's for sure, you just have to stay on your toes. Don't overthink things. Just think of it as another inning. 1-0. That's a strike. I was talking about Newton fans and Grinnell fans watching the live stream. I just want to say I've enjoyed watching Newton's live stream a little bit. When Grinnell would play Newton or other teams just playing Newton, just to check on them. Those guys do a great job over there at Newton. I especially love their outfield cam, as that one's sent to deep left field, but it's foul. Newton does their camera outfield-wise. Someday we'll do that, but Newton has their camera out in the outfield for softball at least. I don't know if they have it for baseball, but really impressive what Newton's done in the last couple of years, especially with football live streams, basketball, softball, and baseball. Good to see the live streaming getting across all around the conference. I think almost every team in the conference has a live stream now, as that's off the plate for 2 balls and 2 strikes. I think every school has a live stream. Maybe this Pella Christian might not. I can't remember.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know if they do it for every sport.
Dallas Center Grimes does. Everyone, use that one.
And there's a lot of them, they definitely do basketball and football, but
popular
not necessarily some of the...
Enjoy it. On steps off. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still nobody out. In the top of the 7th. 2 balls and 2 strikes upcoming by Greif. That's grounded short. Nice grab by Ella. She'll throw to first. Out for out number 1. Grinnell is 2 outs away. Quick outs, that's what you need right there. Haley Supner, the freshman, up to bat. Her first appearance tonight, .296 batting average on the season. The freshman has 8 hits, 2 doubles, 6 singles, or 4 RBIs. She's walked 4 times, only struck out 3. And in 27 at-bats, only striking out 3 times. That's not too bad. First pitch to Sumner. Got her, strike 1. Great crowd has stuck around. A lot of baseball fans came over here from both Newton and Grinnell to support their teams. Newton led early, 3-0. Grinnell scored 6 unanswered. Trying to finish it off here against the Cardinals on senior night. 0-1. Grounded short. Van Compernal on the slow hop. Throw to first in time for out number 2. Helps when Hannah is very flexible. Grinnell's 1 out away. It's number 18, Chloe Swank. Nope, Caitlin Lambert. I tell you, Newton's numbers, if the jersey's wrinkled up, it's so hard to see the numbers. Lambert up to bat, 241 of the season. She had that huge bases clearing 3 RBI double at the beginning of the game, and that's where Newton's runs have come from. She'll try to extend them here. She's the last chance for Newton if they can get another. First pitch, out and up, I should say. For
I think Coach Doty was making some adjustments with Taylor Smith out there a little bit.
Yeah, he's moved her over just a little bit. Now there's a massive gap in left center. Now Taylor's going to run back over. One ball and no strikes. Got her, strike 1. Ella Greif has pitched a complete game tonight. Trying to finish it off here against the Cardinals. 1 ball and 1 strike. Upstairs for 2. Nobody on with 2 outs. 1 out remaining for Newton. 2 balls and 1 strike. Upcoming to Lambert. Off the plate, ball 3. I'll tell you, the baseball team's doing everything they can to get a distraction out there. They're doing the wave. They're waving their hands everywhere. There's really no batter's eye, so it's right in Lambert's field of view. 3-1 pitch by Greif. Not enough break on it. Lambert's headed to first with 2 outs down. And it brings up number 20, Chastity Henwood, back to the top of the batting order. Chastity had a single on her very first appearance of the evening. As all of them have been, it was a chopper, as expected. Newton's down to their last out, but they will not go quietly into that dark night. Is that the quote? What's that quote? I don't know. Foul back for ball or strike 1.
You lost me.
I don't know. I don't know what I heard it from. It's probably from a book. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. It's a nice quote, though. Henwood, a senior for Newton. 0-1 by Greif. Tried to get her to go outside. She didn't. Good hold by Henwood. 1 ball and 1 strike. I talked about Chastity earlier. She's been a huge contributor to Newton athletics all 4 years of high school. It's a name I remember vividly from basketball and softball, so she's been huge for Cardinal athletics. Be tough to see her go here for Newton, but I'm sure they've appreciated the time that she's been with them. 1 ball and 1 strike by Greif. She lines it up the middle. Throw to second. In time for out number 3. This game is over. Grinnell defeats Newton 6-3 on senior night. Congratulations to the 3 seniors. Caitlin Kriegel, Hannah Sophia Behrens, and Lindsay Hollabaugh. Grinnell moves to 14-6. They'll take on Pella on July 8th for the first round of the playoffs. The winner goes to Carlisle. Newton falls to 15-18. They'll take on Des Moines Hoover. Winner goes to Bondurant. Final thoughts on this one, or we should just wrap it up and wrap it up. What a great night. Grinnell rallies and defeats Newton 6-3. Have a great 4th of July weekend, everyone. Stay safe, stay cool. We'll see you next week for the baseball side. Have a great night, and go Tigers.